The Rangers have made a sneaky good signing. Both the fans and the team are frustrated by the lack of scoring, so this player the Blue Shirts just brought in can make a big difference for this Rangers roster. In this video, we're going to discuss exactly why on another sizzling edition of Rangers Digest. Welcome back to Rangers Digest. We are built for Blue Shirt fandom, and I am your host, Bret Botfeld. It is great to be back with you guys on this beautiful Thursday, the 23rd of October. Guys, we have a ton to talk about. We're going to break down the signing, but also make sure you stick around to the end of the video. You're not going to want to miss this because I'm going to tell you which player is going to be replaced because of this signing. But before we get into all that, a quick reminder to go smash that subscribe button. About 72% of you who currently watch these videos are still unsubscribed to the channel, so please go down below, hit that free subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it so you can stay up to date with everything happening New York Rangers, because guys, this is the place to be for all your daily New York Rangers content. Let's waste no more time, hop right into this signing. So as you can see here from Peterborough, the Rangers have signed 2024 fifth-round pick Nathan Aspinall to a 3-year entry-level contract. Johnny Lazarus had it on X. We actually, Darius and I were joined by Johnny here on the show, and, it was just an awesome conversation, so make sure you go check out those videos. But, he's talking about Aspinall being their fifth-round pick in 2024, and as you can see, 6 goals, 4 assists in 6 games this season in the OHL for the Flint Firebirds. He is off to just a sensational start with the Firebirds. Now, this is a player that has been very successful in the OHL, spent some time in the AHL with the Hartford Wolfpack last year, appeared in 5 games, so a small sample size, didn't record a point, but as you can see this year, he is off to just an absolutely sizzling start. Now, you look at this kid, you can see it, right? You see it right here, just towering over his teammates. He sticks out like a sore thumb. This guy, 6'7" in stature, 200 pounds. And, the Rangers are already trotting out guys like, Matt Rempe, Adam Edstrom. Now, if they call up Aspinall and Barnhill, here soon for the Rangers, I mean, they're going to be able to trot out a starting 5 in the NBA. On their off days, they could go scrimmage with the Knicks. That's how big this team can possibly be. Chris Drury values size. He values physicality. Obviously, Mike Sullivan is here for the next 5 years talking about, he wants the Rangers to be a no BS type of team, a team that's hard to play against, a team that, affects the opposing goaltender's sightlines. That's why Matt Rempe is on power play too at the net front. And, having guys that are listed this tall, this physical, can score the puck at the net front, they certainly cause havoc on the ice and they affect the goaltender's sightlines. But now I want to get into a few notes, as we prepare for tonight's game at the world's most famous arena against the young San Jose Sharks. Now, Mike Sullivan was talking about this yesterday. Before we get into today's game notes, I want to discuss the power play, guys. We have to talk about special teams. It is crucial, a crucial component if the Rangers want to be successful this season. Just 26th on the power play so far this year, and Sullivan was stressing, the fact that they have to compete at a high level even in practice, talking about power play work, and, he wasn't too pleased. He hasn't been too pleased in practice, and he was yelling at the team yesterday, what the F was that? Riding the first power play unit, but also telling the penalty kill, which has been very good this season, that they need to make them work harder so that it translates to games. Guys, this is a great tactic because Sully was talking about it yesterday, how, from his experience, for whatever reason, the penalty kill units in practice like to give the power play some confidence, like to take it a bit easy on the power play so they can see the puck go between the pipes. But Sullivan is saying, hell no, screw that. He wants the penalty kill, which has been excellent so far this season, to really make the power play work hard, work hard to put the puck in the net. And, it's going to translate to game situations, because if the power play is scoring at a high level in practice, but the PK isn't trying hard, it's just not a game situation. So Sullivan encouraging the PK to really press the power play, really try hard to, prevent the puck from going in, I believe it's going to have a positive impact on the Blue Shirts because, they've generated opportunities, but now they have to start executing. They get paid a lot of money to score the puck, and it's on them to figure it out. Love that from Sullivan, though, really encouraging the PK to play hard against the power play. Now, today there was an optional morning skate. There were 8 guys on the ice. Quickie, was the only roster goalie there, which could mean Igor is in goal tonight for the Sharks, which is a great recipe for success because we're going to get into the Rangers versus Sharks matchup, why the Rangers have the edge, and obviously having Shesterkin, in net gives you an edge as well. But, the Sharks are coming off a 4-3 loss to the Islanders on Tuesday on this 3-game trip through New York and New Jersey. Tonight they play the Rangers. They've only allowed 4 goals or more in 5 of 6 games this season. They've allowed 4 goals or more in 5 of 6 games this season, so not good stuff there. They have the worst team goals against the average in the league, 4.83, just a staggering number. In their past 13 games against the Sharks, the Rangers are 11-0-2, including 6-0-1 at MSG. Last year, the Rangers edged the Sharks 3-2 at home on November 14th and won 6-1 in San Jose on March 29th. So as you can see, the Rangers clearly have an edge, looking to get off the schneid. They have Shesterkin in the net tonight, and the Sharks are giving up a ton of goals, which is great for the Rangers because they've only scored 1 goal in 4 games at MSG. So hopefully they're not only able to, get their first win at the Garden, because if they don't, that'll mean a winless first month of hockey for the Rangers at home, which is not good. And like I said, the Sharks, they give up a ton of goals. So hopefully the Rangers could win, see the puck go in the back of the net. Hopefully the power play could execute as well, give this team some momentum, some confidence heading into that road trip coming up here. But, here's what Sullivan had to say on tonight's matchup. So Sullivan talking about facing a hungry and winless Sharks team tonight. He said, well, I'd like to believe we're hungry too. Very blunt, very to the point, and, I get it. We're winless at home. What else is he supposed to say? We want to get a win on home ice. The fans want to see it. The players want to see it. And, tonight one streak will be broken, whether it's the Rangers getting their first win on home ice or the Sharks getting their first win of the season. We can't take them lightly. They have some young talent, Macklin, Celebrini, Michael Misa, etc. So we have to come ready to play. But I want to talk about Aspinall and end the video here. We're going to have a separate video on him and his game. But I want to talk about one player that is going to be impacted by the signing. It's Brennan Othmann. Because while Aspinall might not have an immediate impact on this Rangers roster, as you saw from his OHL days, he can certainly score the puck. He's big, he's physical, he's hard to play against. He puts his body on you. And Brennan Othmann has already been passed up by Brett Berard, Gabe Perreault, Noah Laba, etc. If he gets passed up by Nathan Aspinall, he's cooked. It's game over. He will be traded. But that's going to do it here today on another sizzling episode. Make sure you leave your comments down below on Nathan Aspinall. What do you think of the signing, the entry-level contract? Also, leave your predictions for tonight's game in the comment section. We'll have a post-game reaction. Give us a follow on X and TikTok. Leave a comment over there, a comment in the comment section as well, because the conversation always continues over there. And let us know how you feel. If you haven't yet, hit that free subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything happening New York Rangers. Enjoy the game tonight.